Hey guys, so from Those Real Thoughts. Today I'm going to be reviewing Dan Gilroy's directorial debut film, Nightcrawler, starring Jake Gyllenhaal. I saw Nightcrawler at this year's Beyond Fest and I was completely blown away. Dan Gilroy is first and foremost a screenwriter who has written films like The Fall, Real Steel, The Bourne Legacy, and now Nightcrawler, which is his first film. The story follows Lou Bloom, an incredibly, terrifyingly ambitious young man who stumbles upon the underground world of Los Angeles freelance crime journalism. And so it is the razor-sharp dialogue, the Los Angeles setting, and the haunting performance by Gyllenhaal that really makes this film one of the best films of this year.
I'm looking for a job.
Nightcrawler is a rare gem in the world of Hollywood because it breaks a lot of conventions. Jake Gyllenhaal gives a haunting performance as an immorally dangerous anti-hero who will stop at nothing, grabs you by the throat and doesn't let you go. He's focused, sharp, and 100% a bug-eyed sleazebag. He gives one of his best performances of the year that really gets under your skin and stays with you. He's also the hero and the villain, and so it really gives you one of the most intense, intricate, and layered character study that I have seen since I don't know what. And so we just get such a deep portrait of this psychologically complicated man, and especially rooted in Los Angeles, where people are obsessed with media, and so that really comes into play. And this is one of the rare films that is set in LA, where it's actually shot on the streets of Los Angeles. And while a lot of people say that, you know, they have been set in LA, it's not. They're all like shot in Canada or elsewhere because of taxes. And this is one film that really won the tax lottery and was able to shoot here. And just being an LA native and being able to identify with all the streets, all the shots, all the locations, it's really exhilarating, and I really love that. Renee Russo, who is also Dan Gilroy's wife in real life, is so great and has electrifying scenes of psychological play with Jake Gyllenhaal. And Riz Ahmed as Rick, Lou's intern, is so good at playing this California dude with surfer and stoner mentality that I would have never thought that he would have such a thick British accent in real life. And of course, Bill Paxton was great as Lou's competitor. And so Dan Gilroy came after the screening to do an extensive Q&A, which was actually recorded for a podcast that will probably premiere later on this month, so I will link that when it comes out. And so Dan Gilroy calls Nightcrawler a success story, considering that it was about a guy who was unemployed and looking for work, and then he ends up being a very successful businessman with a thriving empire, I guess you can say. And so this delusional yet incredibly inspiring way of Lou's kind of outlook on life is so intoxicating and yet dangerous, very dangerous. But it's so incredible, and I couldn't help but feel so like immersed in this world and be inspired and basically become paralyzed with such motivation and inspiration across the board. And of course, the right kind of morally right kind of inspiration, and not the kind that he goes through, but nonetheless I felt so alive, and I love this film so much. Like I said, I would definitely put it on my top list of the year, and I recommend you to really watch it. It has some humor, very dark themes, and just as voyeurism will take you to places and will keep you guessing to the very end, and will make you just be like, what the fuck? Which is the reaction that I would always want. And this is one of the rare films that has the meat of an art film, but the shine of a Hollywood film, and I don't think you can ask for anything more than that. So yes, please go watch it when it comes out. I can't wait for Jake Gyllenhaal to get some Oscar buzz for this role. Yeah, I can't even. Whew. I have to go watch it again. But thank you so much for listening. Be sure to check out my blog, sosrealthoughts.com, for a lot more film reviews, film news, trailers, whatnot. And please like my Facebook, follow my Twitter, and just be updated with me and going through my film adventures. And so, thank you so much for listening, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.